Yes, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Make sure you guys are all blessed and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there taking their time out to make sure their kids are good, man. Because there's some deadbeats out there still. Can't even lie, man. But big up to each and every one of you guys. If you're watching on the replay, make sure you smash the like, subscribe as well, man. Let's get interactive straight away, guys. A few conversations, a few topics to kind of have. I know I took yesterday off to I was seeing loads of news, but I thought, you know what, I'll chill out yesterday. Today I was going to chill out as well, man, but I thought, you know what, let's do a quick little short live and then tomorrow we'll be back to normal scheduling and we'll chop up a lot more of the transfer stuff tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. Depends on where you guys are around the world, man. But big up to Rev tonight in the building already, bro. Love for the love, man. And you know, I mean, appreciate it. I don't know if you're a dad, bro, but let me know. If you're a dad, happy Father's Day to you as well, man. I'll wait for the people to get themselves in the building and then we'll start chopping up a few of the conversation, man. Big up G, my bro, man. Happy Father's Day to you, broski. Hope you're blessed, man. I know today is one of those days we chill. I didn't really hear a lot of commotion around it, man. I know Father's Day never gets the limelight. It never really seems like it's like a massive thing. Never really get it. It's just always like I don't know. It just feels like it's just one of those holidays that it's like, yeah, gotta have it, but not really. You know what I mean? There's nothing really to it. I think it's down to your kids or down to, you know, the family to kind of make it a big thing for you because the real world doesn't make it a big thing. I'll tell you that much. Big up to Honesty, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, my broski. Big up to Scottish Bear as well in the building. Big up, man. Bro, we get no love. Nah, bro, I'm being honest, man. I ain't even trying to be shady, bro, but I've seen it, man. Even when I worked in retail, bro, I'm just like, yo, like, they don't really like make it a big thing in it. And to be fair, though, I haven't like tuned into TV, social media like that today. But I promise you, man, if it was Mother's Day, my timeline would have been wrapped up with like just madness, quotes, and like it just be all over the shop. But it is what it is, man. Big up Danino as well in the building, man. Bless up to you as well, man. Love for the love, man. All right, man. Let's start. Let's start with let's start with the Konaté stuff, lads. Let's start with the Konaté stuff. So obviously Marca is at it again, bro. They're trying to rattle the Liverpool fan base, rattle the Liverpool faithfuls, to say that Ibrahima Konaté could leave for free next season to Real Madrid, and they're looking at working to tap him up from now. So this is crazy. I want to know what you guys think, because this for me is absolutely outrageous. I'm still trying to like wrap my head around it. I don't want to say I don't think it's true, but I don't think it's crazy right now. But if they do that as well again, nah, man, we have to start reporting Real Madrid, bro. Can't keep tapping up our footballers, bro, every 2 minutes. But I want to know what you guys think in terms of, do you rate him? Do you rate him enough to, if he doesn't want to sign a new deal, would you go and sell him this season? Or like what's the contingency plan that we have for him? Because he wants a big money. He wants over 200 grand. Let's say 200. I think he's worth that, to be fair, for me anyway. I think pay him the money that he's asking for, and then you don't have an issue. But if you don't pay him, then you're gonna have to sell him, because we can't wait until next season and then he goes on a free, bro. That will be absolutely crazy, bro. Big up to Scottish Bear, man. Yeah, man. Guys, smash the likes. Big up to Gary in the building as well. Yeah, there's no way there's no way we allow this brother to go on a free as well, bro. We can't be letting our players go on a free this much. What are you saying, Lewis? Sell him if he doesn't sign by next month. I know I've seen reports on that as well, saying that we potentially would sell him if we don't if he doesn't sign a new deal. But obviously the report is over 200k. I think he is worth it, to be fair. Big up to Dr. Feelgood. He says, for me, he's worth the 200k. Yeah, no, 100%. I think we definitely need to just pay him the right amount of money, man, for him to stay at the football club. But this is absolutely crazy, bro. If they tap up another one of our players, no, because I remember we nearly got in trouble for tapping up Virgil. You guys remember that whole kerfuffle, man, when we had to wait until the January to sign Virgil van Dijk because we got found out that we was having like secret meetings and conversations with him. What happened to that now? Is that no longer in football then? So everyone can kind of tap up players again. I'm sure they still do it anyway. I'm sure many clubs do it. They just don't get found out doing it. But I don't know if Marca is now doing it again just to trigger the Liverpool fan base again. In terms of, like how when we first heard it with Trent, I think a lot of the fan base kind of crashed out, not only on Real Madrid, not only on Liverpool owners, but also on Trent. In terms of one, we said like, you let his contract run down. The other one, you're tapping up our players and you're turning our players' head and stuff like that. I want to see if that same thing kind of happened with Konaté, and I don't think I haven't seen anyone like really crash out on Konaté like that and saying, "Oh, he's this and he's that." I think everyone's kind of kept it respectful, from what I've seen anyway. I don't know if you guys have seen anything different, but yeah, I haven't seen anything like that, and I feel like they've done that so then it can be out there again. Is Liverpool fans gonna crash out on Konaté, and then he's gonna be like, look, this is what they actually think about you, Konaté, blah 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 blah. So hopefully that don't happen again, because I feel like that, obviously with Trent, I think he already kind of made his mind up based on what we've seen come out recently. But I feel like that was a turning point as well, where he probably decided, Trent, I'm talking about, going, yo, these guys don't even rate me like that. I might as well bounce. But yeah, man. Oh, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let's scroll back up. Big up to James in the building as well. The player holds all the cards. In this fact, yeah, it probably does slightly, because he's got a year left on his deal. A year and a bit left. So yeah, in theory, yeah. But he said he's open. He said he wants to stay at Liverpool Football Club. So I think just try and get something sorted, something, a deal kind of signed. Even if you give him, you don't have to give him another 5 years if that's not what Liverpool want to do. Obviously, I'd love us to give him a long-term deal, but if they don't want to do that, then even if you keep him for another couple of years and then sell him on, if he doesn't, you know what I mean? But I don't want to lose another player on a free like that. TT, if he's going to walk next season, sell him. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a fair one as well. Let me see, what kind of you've gone with 150 a week. Top that, maybe genuine. No, I think you have to. Do you know what it is, bro? You have to kind of give the top players big money now, man. I think if you want to win stuff, you want to keep the top players at your football club, you're gonna have to just give them. You're gonna have to give them the big money, man. And I know it's difficult to kind of do that, because maybe we kind of split, in terms of what we think about the player and how well we think he is and how good he is and stuff like that. But I think I'd rather have a Konaté in my team than not have a Konaté in my team, if that makes sense. And if he thinks he's worth 200, then you kind of have to give him 200, because I feel like he feels he's contributed enough to this team's success over the last years or so, that he deserves a kind of a bigger contract, instead of sitting around on similar money with, I don't know, who would be around his same money probably in the team, and he probably thinks that he does enough for the team anyway. So I would definitely give him at least 200 grand. I don't even think that's a kind of a question. It just depends on where he stands in terms of in priority. Where are we? Are we looking at more the signings, more the outgoings, and then we're looking at contracts, or do you think we need to sort out the contracts first and then we worry about outgoings? I think those are the things that we kind of have to worry about at the moment. Big up to Alexander and Christian. Big up, guys, in the chat. Let's see, man. Big up to Emil. Big up to Big Kev. Big Kev World. That's a mad name. That must be a YouTube channel. Big up, man. Jarquise as well. Big up, guys, man. Let me see what you guys are saying in their clubs. Yeah, but yeah, big up, honestly. I know we're always kind of in our feelings in turn, because obviously football is that kind of sport, and it brings out the best and the worst in you as a human being at times, man. Because some people don't like losing. Some people, obviously, there's tribalism in football, in it. So we kind of stick to our own team, and we want our team to be the best, and we want our team to have all the best players and stuff like that. So that part as well. When you're losing key players to other teams, that obviously not a rival as such in terms of a league rival, but obviously in the Champions League, we have played them quite a few times, which is crazy. So they are kind of a rival when it comes to trying to win the European trophy. So you can't be making them better or making your team worse, unless you're replacing Konaté with, I don't know, a Bastoni or someone like that. Yeah, you look around the world now, there's not many like top defenders out there. you're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel when you're looking at centre halves that you could bring in. I know there's loads of names that people tend to mention on a day to day, and you probably see them in a few games, and you go, "Yep, I'll definitely get this brother in my team, and I think he'll do well and stuff like that." But yeah, when you're talking about players that has to come in and perform within the Premier League, there's not many out there. Do you know what I mean? You're probably better off getting like Premier League defenders if you're planning that. I know I did see like Christian Romero being linked with Liverpool. I don't know what you guys think about him because I don't know. Do you know what? In my mind, I've always think. Obviously, I don't watch a hell of a lot of Spurs games like that, but the games I have watched, obviously, is when we smoked them, and I don't think he played. Did he? Has he played against us in any of those games? I know he's been injured a lot this season, or the season just gone. But for me, I always just think about him being like this rash defender. I don't know if you guys think the same. I've always just thought, oh, he's just one of these rash defenders that tends to get sent off. I probably ain't the case. It probably isn't the case, but those are the things that I just it just reminds me of. Romero is on 165k, and he'll be asking for 200k. That's what I'm saying. You might as well just give Konaté the money, bro, and let him stay. But we still need another centre back, regardless. Anyway, um, if you wanna compete next season, because at the moment we literally only have what 3 centre backs, unless Joey's going to be classed as a centre back. And I know most people don't even want Joey, excuse me, to stay at the football club anyway, man. What are you saying, G? He's a good defender, very similar to Konaté, to be fair. But as I said, I don't feel like I've watched him enough. Like I have watched him, but I haven't watched him, if that makes sense. And I just, in my mind, all I've got imprinted is like red cards, rash challenges. Like I feel like that's what I just remember this brother for, instead of actually he's probably a very good defender on his day. But yeah, man. Big up Mookie as well in the building. Let's see what else you guys are saying in there. Let's see. According to KMAC, it's 200k on top of whatever he's making. Why would it be 200k on top of whatever he's making, wouldn't it? It just says he's asking for, so he's asking for 250. All right, that's 250 ain't bad. Like you think about, he probably looks at himself as like the second senior defender, right? Because you got Virgil there, he's the senior one, and then underneath that is Konaté. Really, it is going to be Konaté is the more senior defender there. So yeah, I can't see why he wouldn't be asking for that, because he's thinking, if I don't like you, I know most people don't even rate Kwanzaa like that, and you don't rate Gomez like that. So he looks at himself as like, I'm the second best defender in the team. Do you know what I mean? So you guys have to gonna pay me accordingly, or else I'll just leave in it. And I think that, look, that's the day and age we're in at the moment. It's crazy because I never thought, when football makes like shifts, I never thought this would be the shift where players are like, yo, let's run the contract down so we can sign free for other clubs and get a bigger signing on fee. Big up Lewis for subscribing to the channel as well. Yeah, before it used to be like, yo, I'm sticking to my team and I'm fighting for this badge, and then if it doesn't work, then I'll move on. Or if you guys don't look like you're trying to compete, then I'll move on. That's the way it used to be, but for some reason now, it doesn't even matter about that no more. Which is fair, I think, because probably the way that it maybe looked at, or maybe the way it was going, that players probably felt like they was getting like, I don't know, getting the worst end of the stick in terms of like all the deals and the brand deals and whatever. They weren't getting their fair share of the money. So maybe now they're taking more of a stance and taking more of a stance in terms of their career and the direction of where they want to go. So maybe that's what it is, man. I see what he's saying. Brian Kim Ming Jae should be not just found out he's injured. Yeah, but even him as well, man. Like he hasn't done much like since he's moved to Bayern, man. I think the first season he was all right, and then other than that, it's like injuries and then just kind of in and out the team. So I don't know. I know we've been recently linked with him as well, but I don't know, man. It's kind of underwhelming, these kind of defenders being linked to at times, man. I just want us to. I think at the moment with Liverpool, I think I don't want to be in the market no more, and it's not snobby. I just don't want to be in the market anymore where we're trying to sign, I don't know, like half decent players no more. I feel like we need to be signing very good players now. I think we need to be signing players that shifts the needle for us now, instead of going backwards. And I think we made that mistake a few times after the Premier League, after the Champions League, wins. We kind of just ended up buying players that in the long run they will make us better in the long run, but in the moment it didn't make us better as a better team. Like signing someone like a Kim, I'm like, yeah, like before he used to be a good defender, but like now I'm just like, I don't really know. I don't really see it like that. Same as like the Christian Romero one. As I said, I could obviously be wrong about it, but I just remember him just being a rash defender. But I feel like you have to go and get players that go, okay, I can see why we've signed this player, if that makes sense. I can't deal with these, I don't know, these shaky players no more, man. Let's see what else you guys are saying. All right, Nelson. I think Konaté said he wants to stay. No, he has said he wants to stay. And I think he's under 30 years old. We need to give him a longer contract extension. It depends, though. I think with him, yeah, if he's thinking like, yo, I want to move in the next, I don't know, say 3 years, then you probably just give him maybe a 4-year deal. He's probably not going to sign like a long term one, like a 5 or a 6-year deal. You probably give him like, I don't know, yeah, 4-year one. If he wants to move in the next 2 years, you give him 3. So you always have that extra year where you can demand a decent price for him if he does want to, up sticks and move to a different team. But yeah, I don't know, man. He has definitely said he wants to stay at Liverpool and he loves it here and stuff like that. But obviously, he wants to get the money. You know what I mean? Big up to Harrison as well in the building. Yeah, guys, get the likes up. I don't even know what the likes are saying at the moment, but thanks, Scottish Bear, for taking care of that side of it for me, guys. There's over 100 of you guys in the building. Just drop a like on the way in. Would be appreciated as much. Thank you very much. But yeah, man. In terms of defenders, though, guys, I'd love to know what you guys think. If Konaté was to go, who out there do you think you can go for? Who's like a realistic choice, but makes us still a good team? I don't want the football. I'd say I don't want the football manager type signings, but it, any name is welcome, and maybe just the reason why you think this player. It doesn't have to be a long paragraph or anything like that. Just why you think this certain player would. Diamante is a good player, but why do you think he would come in and help us? That'll be good. Let me know what you guys think, because yeah, I've always seen the Nkape one as well. I wasn't too moved by him at first, but now I'm seeing it. Now I'm seeing it. Now I'm seeing that he's actually a good one. He's actually a good player still. Right, similar to Konaté. Okay, fairs. Lakiba, I've seen this one as well. I think I would like him as well. I think he'll be a very, very good player for us as well. Is that the one? Nkape very close to becoming the Atletico Madrid player. So is that the fab news? Is that the fab news that you're talking about? Let me know if that's the fab news, because then that's the one defender off the market. We can't get that defender now. Let's see. Let's go to G's one. In terms of centre backs, I really care who we signed. For me, I reckon he would want a defender who's comfortable on the ball, so might not be the best, but the best at what we need. Now I hear it as well. Now I hear that. In terms of someone, because there's a few. I know. There's a few players probably out there that's very, very comfortable with the ball at their feet. But at the same time, I don't mind it, bro. Like when Pep came in and said he needed a goalkeeper that was just good with passing. Don't really care about you, you as a goalkeeper if you're half decent at making saves. But for me, man, I need a defender that can defend first and foremost. Yes, the passing stuff is great and we need that as well, but I need it to be a good defender first and foremost, man. I can't have my defender moving like a midfielder, but when it comes to defending, he can't defend. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. I'd rather you be a good defender and not great at passing. But I know 1v1, no one's going by you. I know that you're gonna keep us stable at the back. I don't need you to be like Cruyff turning and dropping shoulders every 2 seconds and then spraying passes. But then when you're getting 1v1, like you're just getting moved to. Do you know what I mean? Just look sus doing the defending stuff. Let's go back to some of the names. Was that the Fab news then? Let me know. Was that the Fab news, the Nkape thing? All right, you've gone with Bastone. Okay. Sammy man said Konaté needs to come home and Sammy, what team you support, bro? Are you a Liverpool fan? Don't tell me you're a Madrid fan, bro. Do you mean come home? Jared Bramthwaite. I've been like, be careful. I've been trying to ask for this brother for a minute, but yeah, I keep getting told, man, like Everton won't do a deal with us. I still feel like there's a deal. I still feel like there's a deal to be done, to be fair. If I'm being honest, man, there's a deal there to be done because I I just look at him going, bro, you're not gonna achieve, what you think you're gonna go and achieve with Everton, but you could come to a team like Liverpool and you make a massive difference to this team. He's got the right profile. If someone that's comfortable on the ball, got that. Someone's good at defending, got that. You got someone that's Premier League proven, got that. He's not slow, not massively obviously quick, but he can do his job. Great in the air. So from set pieces, from an attacking standpoint, defending, he's got that left-footed as well. Helps with the balance of the team as well. If you need to shift to a back three at some point, you can do that as well. So yeah, I think he would be a very, very good player to get in. Okay, Sammy, I see you. I hear you, bro. Do your thing, man. I hear you guys. You man are trying to tap up our players, bro, every 2 seconds, man. I get it, man. You might need to concentrate on trying to win the La Liga back. So you guys need all the help you can get. Let me see if I missed any other ones up the top end. Done, boys. Okay, so we need a new young centre back. Throw a name in there. Who do you think we could potentially go and get that's young? There was one that we potentially could have got, but Real Madrid got him instead. Big up to Ibrahima Konaté, is a top 10 centre back. So 250k around standard salary. Yeah. Like the player knows his worth. I'm with you on that one. He knows his worth. He knows that he should be paid a certain amount, and I believe he should be. I believe he should be paid it. Because I'm like, if you go and sign someone else, unless they're mad young, like a Hato, for an example, you don't necessarily have to pay them a big wage, but then he's still mad young. We're trying to retain the Premier League title. We're not, you know what I mean? So we're gonna need the best players, man. We're gonna need the best players that's gonna to help us do that. And I'm not saying that Hato probably can't come in and help us win because I think he's a good player as well, but that I wouldn't want to lose Konaté and then you're giving me Hato, if that makes sense. I'd rather you give me Hato while I have a Konaté still in the team. Do you know what I mean? He's saying Paul Diamante is young with experience. How many games has he played? Maybe you can tell me how many games he played. That's mad. He's young with it. So he's saying he's moving like Florian Wirtz, just pure games. Big up to Gene. Love for the love, man. As always. Hope you've been blessed. Hope you've been blessed, James. I did see the Hatter one there. Yeah, big up, man. Guys, make sure we're smashing the like, man. Let's see what we're at in a moment. Just a short impromptu video quickly. All right, 46. Let's see if we can get it to 100, man, because we're not going to be here for too long. All right, let's move over from that one. Let's get to the Robbo one, man. I've seen this one. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't want Robbo to go on. I give you my reason. Hear me out, and then you guys can tell me what you guys kind of think as well, and I'll get to the comments. I think obviously right now we know we're like Kerkez is pretty much done and dusted, right? He's going to be a Liverpool player. That means we have 3 left backs. Obviously, you're going to have to sell one of them. For me, even though I like Tsimikas, I would sell Tsimikas. I think you still need the experience of Robbo within this team. I am aware that his contract runs out, so I do believe you should give him. I believe you should give him a year extension. So give him an extra year extension for this one, so his contract runs out the following season, not next. He comes in, he can then help. Obviously, Kerkez embed himself into the team. It doesn't mean that Robbo plays second fiddle. It just means you've got a senior one, you've got an experienced left back, and then you've got the young and upcoming left back as well. And then you just run that for the season, and then you can move him on. Then you move Robbo on, and then you can go and get in someone else that you think, all right, I wouldn't even say understudy because Kerkez is mad young, but you'd still need another backup left back, wouldn't you? Or a left back, a left centre back that can play left back, which probably would be Hato as well. So you could probably go and get him next season instead of this one. You can't just want to get rid of him out of this team, bro. I don't want to just get rid of the leaders. And then, because I think if you go and get rid of him, right, most of you, I would say, don't really like Tsimikas like that. If you guys agree with me or disagree, let me know in the comments. So most of you don't like Tsimikas anyway. So then you keep Tsimikas, that's an option. Or you sell Tsimikas, then you have one left back. Or you do, and the other option you have is you go and get Hato, and then you got Kerkez and then Hato. You've got two young fullbacks, and then you've got two young fullbacks on the other side. I still feel like that you need balance within your team, because that means there's a lot of work for Virgil and Konaté to do or to be done there, because they're going to have to try and keep these guys on the straight and narrow. You still need your senior players within that to help these guys embed themselves into a team. And if you have a Hato and a Kerkez as your two fullbacks, yeah, I don't see if it's not going well, who do they fall back on? Who's the experienced one in the team that they go, okay, can put an arm around their shoulder and go, okay, look, when I was going through this, I did this, or I could do this to be better. I think you have to keep Robbo for at least another season, and then you sell him. I think that's the best option, instead of you getting rid of him now and then you end up having just two young or just one fullback. Because I know no one really wants to keep Tsimikas as well. We just want to kind of get rid of him, which is fair. If you want to get rid of him, I guess you guys can explain that to me as well. But I still think you need to keep Robbo for at least another season. At least minimum another season. All right, let's see what you guys are saying on the matter of that, man. Because yeah, I've seen it, honestly. I did see that. I know he's under the Alexander Arnold's agency. And then I heard that they wanted to I say I heard, I'm sure you guys have seen, it's just reports really, isn't it? That they want him to leave on a free. So they want Liverpool to cancel his contract, man. That's crazy. Obviously, I don't know how true that is, and hopefully I'm gonna stand on the side of I think it's BS, but then again, what do I know? Okay, let's see. He said, nah, sell Robert. Okay, need to explain. Why do you want to sell him? And I agree with him spot on. Yeah. But okay, let me know what you mean. Gene says, pause, Simi. Yeah, he gets a lot of stick still. With Tsimikas, he has to be playing consistently for him to look good. But even when he does look good, people still think he's rubbish. Ajax centre back, Jero Hato, 19 years old. Yeah, he's mad young as well. So you got 19. Say you get Hato, you got a 19-year-old and a 21-year-old. Nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. But then there's no senior figure there to help them through the difficult times, because they will get difficult times at Liverpool. You know what I mean? There's the expectation goes up, and that's not trying to diss Ajax or diss Bournemouth like that. But the expectation at Liverpool is you have to go and win big major trophies, especially coming off the back of winning the Premier League. And you want to probably go further in the Champions League the following season. You're going to have to, you're going to need someone senior there. You're definitely going to need someone senior there. Kerkez is already a very mature footballer-wise and a bit like Wirtz. No, I hear it, bro, but you still need a senior figure. Because, all right, so I'll give you an example. I don't know. Kerkez comes in first game, gets sent off. Let's say like preseason gets sent off. Few shaky moments in his first couple of games. A few, dodgy, like maybe people just go and buy him stuff just in the settling in period, just in the moments when he's settling in. If you don't have someone that you can bring in to steady the ship in that moment, and you have to stick with him, that would be a detriment to the player in the long run than it actually being a positive for them. Similar to when we had Robbo, we didn't throw him into the team straight away, didn't we? We gave him time to settle in, understand how we play, brought him into games, took him out, brought him into games, took him out, and then we started playing him. But you definitely need a senior figure within that. But yeah, if those things happen within, I'm not saying it will, but if it does, those are the things you need to put into consideration. Okay, Gomez. And yeah, but Gomez, you guys want him sold as well, bro. So why would we want to keep him? Most people want him out the club because he's injury prone. So even then, and he's still not a left back. He might have done good at left back when we put him in, but do you know what I mean? He's still not a senior left back. He's not a left back that you go, right, oh, things are going bad. Let's put Joe Gomez at left back. We just tried it for one season and it looked good. But he's not the guy that you go, yo, throw him in. It's a fair point. I wouldn't sell Robbo either, to be clear. No, listen, I think if you want to sell him, you want to sell him. If you don't, and I think that's fair as well. But it's just trying to get you guys to understand. Sometimes it isn't. I know we want to just get rid of the dead wood, and I know sometimes when we dislike players, we want to get them out. And I'm with you. Sometimes you have to, get rid of players to rebuild the squad, and that's a fair point. But you still have to keep your senior figures. And all I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you shouldn't sell him. I think Robbo time is coming to an end at Liverpool Football Club, but I still feel he's got one more year at least. Especially when you're bringing in a new blood. I think you need to have him here, bring the new blood in. Similar to what we've said with like Mo Salah, right? We know Mo ain't going to be here forever. So we need to get the next guy that's going to come in and play on that right-hand side for Mo, like now, if not now, next season. We have to bring that player in before Mo leaves so that player has time to embed themselves into the team. And then you still have Mo, because if you take Mo out of that position and then you put this player in there, there's a lot of pressure on that player to come in. Similar to the left back position, it might seem like because we haven't, most people think Robbo's season has been great, and Tsimikas hasn't, hasn't been great himself in terms of people's opinions. It doesn't mean that Kerkez comes in, he's going to be like, yo, I'm going to hit the ground running, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. He's still going to be like, I'm coming to Liverpool Football Club. The expectation is to go and win the league and retain the title and potentially win the Champions League. So there's going to be a hell of a lot of pressure on him. But imagine no one's there to kind of, no other senior player is there to help him in terms of Robbo. No one's there to help him through the tough times or when it's going bad. If it goes bad, fingers crossed it doesn't. You need that stability. You need that, okay, we still have Robbo here to deal with that. And then next season, once, Kerkez has had a season under his belt at Liverpool Football Club, you move Robbo on, and then you go and get in the next guy that you want to get in, and then them two can battle it out, whoever that is. So all I'm saying is give Robbo an extension, one more year, and I'm sure Robbo would probably keep the same money. I don't think he's out here going, he wants more money. I think he just wants to make sure he's got not to say a future at Liverpool, but at least he knows, right, I'm stable for the next 2 years, and then whatever happens after that happens after that. Similar to obviously Virgil and Salah with their contract. And I don't know how true the quote is, but I did see some quotes from Robbo, and he said, I hope you guys, the fan base, make as much noise as you did for Mo and Virgil for his contract as well. But I don't know how true it is. I haven't kind of done the research. I saw it and I thought it was quite funny, to be fair. It's like, yo, fans, make sure you guys are, on his side as well. Big up to Jamie in the chat as well, man. So yeah, for me, guys, I would still keep him for an extra season, give him an extension, give Kerkez the moment to embed himself into the team, and then go and get another player in there as well. Keep Robbo for one more season and be perfect for the Champions League. Yeah. And with Kerkez playing, Robbo doesn't have to play every game. And that's the beautiful thing. You can throw Kerkez in for 5 games, and then Robbo can come in for 1 or 2. And then, do you know what I mean? Whatever it is, whatever the gaffer is thinking to do. For me personally, anyway. Let's see. Let me scroll back up. Let's see if I missed any points. Keep Robbo, yeah. And then do. Okay, Jarquez, from all the interviews Robbo has given, sounds like he doesn't want to play second fiddle at fullback. Yeah, because I've watched the few that he has done, and he still feels like he's got enough left in him as well. So, which is fair. This could, you know what I mean? This could work in our favor as well, because now he feels like, oh, so you guys think you can replace me? And that's when he comes in and gives us one of his best seasons again. And you're like, yo, why? Because someone's coming to really challenge his position. Maybe he's looked at Tsimikas, even though Tsimikas has come in moments and done well, in my opinion. He's probably going, raw, okay, they're willing to pay this kind of money for this player. He's younger, obviously, he's got a lot more energy. He's got this, probably a younger mold of himself. So he's thinking, right, I've got to step my game up for the following season. So it could work in our favor as well. It could massively work in our favor. I see it as a win-win, but I think if we sell Rob, I think that's where it could become, for me, a bit shaky, and I don't want that to happen. I'd rather us just make sure we put ourselves in the best position to succeed. All right, yeah, let's shift it. Let's talk about that one. I did see a big up, honestly, as well. I did see the Nunez stuff. I know most of you guys, I think this will be unanimous in the chat from most of you guys anyway, in terms of Darwin going. Where are you? Big up to Maria. I did see your comment in the chat about Darwin. Darnley's worst day. Grow and get a knighthood, worst day ever now. His worst weekend ever. Maria, I don't know if listen, I've heard that obviously he wants to leave. I've seen loads of reports that he wants to leave. But will he leave, man? Will he leave? Because I've seen him link with Saudi, I've seen him link with the Italian teams, I've seen him link with Spanish teams, but there's nothing concrete yet. There's nothing concrete. I haven't seen like nothing where I'm like, okay, this is a possibility. No one's thrown a bid in yet. Like, so until that happens, he's still going to be our player. Guys in the chat, would it be a worse thing if he actually stayed? Or do you think he has to go? Yes or no? Do you think it? Do you think that's all gonna? Yeah, nah. I know, man. Has to go. Yeah, what do you guys think? You think you can squeeze a year out of him or nah? Squeeze another year out of him? Cheerio, you know. I haven't heard that in a minute. Big up, man. Gee, don't kiss your teeth, bro. You know what I mean? Go. If he stays, I wouldn't mind, but get a bags, man. What if you keep him and buy your striker that you want? Would you guys be cool with that? Say you buy your striker that you want. Right, laters. Can't be serious. I'm just asking, man. I didn't mean to trigger you lot, bro. I'm just asking, man. Get rid of ASAP, sell him. Right, time to leave. Yeah, unanimous, bro. I hear it. All right, what? Okay. All right. Say you go and all right. Imagine whatever striker you want, right? Whatever striker you want. Big up Scottish bit. Whatever striker you want in your team, you get him as your first team striker. But Nunez stays. Would you be calm with that? Yes or no? So whatever the striker, no, if it's Isak, if it's Alvarez, if it's Osimhen, whoever it is, you get that guy is in your team. He's your main number 9. Nunez is just a bench guy. You just throw him in games whenever you just need a player to throw in a game, just to run around. Would you be calm with that? Hell no. Okay, see, there you go. You get your striker. You got your striker. All right, that's a 1, yes. Back up. No. All right, that's 2, yes. Let's try and get no watches in the stands. Raw. Okay, would get Kane's. I mean, I'll still get rid of him. No. Yes. Okay, all right. We've got a couple of yes. Ted's yes. All right. See, there's a couple of yes, guys. There's a couple of yes. Clearly he wants to go. Yeah, no, listen, I don't disagree that he wants to go or not. It's just whether or not never free up them wages. Free up them wages, yeah. Yo, again, this dude needs to leave immediately. Raw, okay. Nah, listen, it's just a theory, just a thought. You guys and I don't need to crash out. I'm just saying, you go and get the guy that you need. You go and get the guy that you need. Okay, cool. Yeah, you get the guy that you need as your main striker, and he's in your team. He's your number 9. Darwin ain't your number 9. He's not the guy you rely on. You've already got the guy you rely on. But you just need an able body in the team. And this is, bear in mind, this is with all the the new bells and whistles that we're getting within the team. The speed demons on the wings and stuff like that. Salah is still here. You're getting your bad boy number 10, potentially go and get another centre back in there. Do you know what I mean? He's just a backup, just there. If we just need to throw someone on in the game, then I can't see. That's it. Ends. Let Nunez go and free up the wages for Konaté. Hey, there's other man we can free up the wages for as well, man. There's other guys that's leaving that can free up the wages. Enzo, what happens when we sell Darwin? Do you think we'll go for? I heard we're still in for Šeško. Thoughts? I think there's only one striker I really want is Isak, bro. And if not the next one I'd get is Osimhen. That's the two. I like Šeško though. I know a lot of people diss him and call him rubbish, man, until he comes to the Premier League and start bagging goals. But I think you need, as I said to you earlier, even though I like Šeško, I think you need that finish article now, man. We need them top players now. And I think Isak is the one. I think he's the one you go and put up top. And I think that sends shockwaves around the Premier League. You go and get him and then go and get Florian, which we are going to get Florian Wirtz. Yeah, that's different level. Even Osimhen as well. I know there's a lot of skepticism around him. I think he's a cold striker as well, man. He's like one of the complete forwards as well that I like, man. He's one of them as well. But he doesn't get enough because I think obviously he spent a lot of time. Obviously at Napoli he was doing madness. And then he went to, was it Galatasaray? Galatasaray? He was at? On loan. And he bagged goals there as well. But no one's giving him his respect. Yeah, I did see this honesty as well, man. This guy's linked to every team, bro. He's linked to us and Chelsea. Now he's linked to United. It's just I feel like no one knows at this rate who these players are gonna go to. I don't know if United will spend 100 million. That's the asking price. Is United willing to spend 100 million on him? I think that's what the clubs are asking for their strikers at the moment, which is mad. Yeah, guys, 2 likes before we get to 100, guys. Yeah, that's the target, guys. We can get 100 likes on the video would be appreciated, man. So if you haven't liked the video yet, please do. Appreciate it, man. Thanks. All right, man. Look, listen, he's gone, bro. We'll get rid of Nunez then. You guys don't even want him as a backup. Even if you get your main striker, you just want him out. That's a different level of hate, I can't even lie, guys. That's a different level of hate. Let's talk about Kerkez then. So we was talking about him obviously earlier with the rubber one, but I'm sure you guys seen Kerkez's brother's tweet or his post on his Instagram, just basically saying, yeah, man, he soon to be a Liverpool player, and then he put the loading symbol. So I can't wait to see what he does in the red shirt as well, man. He wasn't my initial pick, guys, and I'll be honest. I said it multiple times. It was Nori was my initial left back. Because when I was watching Bournemouth, for some reason, I never really paid attention to it. Because I watched them because of Semenyo. I think I like Semenyo a lot in terms of the type of profile of player is. And I know most don't. You guys kill me with that a lot, man. You guys always trying to diss the players. But then I started to pay attention to Kerkez and I thought, okay, the kid's got it still. I can't even lie. He's good, man. He's robust, strong, quick. Got a great delivery on him as well, man. But as long as you can bring those qualities to Liverpool, which I think he's capable of doing, I think we'll be in a great position. But my main point stands, man. I still think even with him, you still need to keep Robbo to make sure make sure we have a senior figure there as well. 190k a week backup, but it's not our money, it's not our money, man. It's not our money. It's not our money. So if we want to. You know what I mean? A young 190k for backup, then backup, innit? You know what I mean? We got Song 4K. Semenyo was great versus Newcastle. He is great most games he plays. He just, I don't know, most people just don't see it. I don't get it. I just don't. I see a player that's capable of doing great things, man, but maybe the environment, you just need a different environment. He probably goes somewhere else and goes and does mad I don't know about the numbers because I know a lot of people look at football now with the numbers side of the game. I think it's a part of it as well. Obviously, your numbers do kind of justify or show, your level of a player you are. But for me, I've never always gone with the numbers. I've gone with just your performances. And then if you can contribute with the numbers, then that's a plus for me. Uh, yeah, Semenion isn't good enough for Liverpool level. I think that's up for debate. To be fair. Depends on what you're asking for. As I said, if it's talking about talent, got it. If you're talking about the numbers, then obviously the numbers are the ones that, as I just said earlier, the numbers are what people kind of justify players with or judge players on now. So if your numbers isn't high, automatically they put you under the category of not being good. Where I don't see that. I look at what you do within games and then what type of player you are, and then see what you can do from there. And if you can add some numbers, then great. If not, then that's fair. And Mbeumo was better, yeah. But I'd say Aaron, I'd say yes because I like Mbeumo as well. But would we have said that the season before last? Because Mbeumo has only been spoken about more now because the numbers he's created this season. So this is why I said the correlation with numbers is where people tend to give players rating. And I'm not saying you probably didn't rate the player before that. So you probably rated the player, I rate Mbeumo as well. But when we're talking about being in the mainstream or being in the media now more so than before, it's because of the numbers. Because then you go, oh shit, he's on blah, blah, blah amount of goals, or he's got this amount of assists. Do you know what I mean? But the season before, no one in the chat can be hand on heart say, yo, he was being bigged up or spoken about like that. No one. It's last season where the numbers have been great. He's had to kind of stand up because him and Wissa this season have been on job, to be fair. So that's what I'm saying. If for an example, let's say, I don't know, Semenion moves and goes, where would I say? If he moves to another Premier League team, maybe let's say he goes Spurs for an example. Not saying he will, but say he goes Spurs and then he pops up with, let's say he pops up with, I don't know, like 17 Premier League goals, 8 assists in the Premier League. I guarantee you most people change their tune about him. Whether or not his performances are better or not, just because he's in those moments, he's got the goals. Maybe at Spurs you get a bit more, chances at goal or whatever it may be. They play through you a bit more, whatever they may be. I guarantee you people's opinions will change. So all I'm saying is I see his performances and go, yo, that's a talented player there. But then his numbers aren't high because he doesn't get, I don't know, whether or not that's him missing opportunities or not. But his numbers aren't that great, so no one really looks at him and going, he's someone of any substance. Yeah, big up, bro. Smash the likes up, man. Hey, bro, when are we gonna do a stream, man? We need to organize that still. We need to organize that. Yeah, I agree with you. It's just about the numbers. Yeah, honestly, Aaron, I promise you, if say for an example, right, if Mbeumo next season doesn't hit the numbers he's hit this season, just remember, like, let's refer back to this stream and you'll be like, yo, he hasn't, his name is now gone out the limelight. No one's going to be speaking about him. He's only kind of elevated himself because the numbers are there. And it's rightly so, because obviously if you're doing better, which is your numbers, you're hitting bigger numbers, then obviously people are going to speak about you a lot more than what they normally would. Let's see. Kudus as well. For an example, like, yeah, Kudus is a bad boy player, right? But no one's really, what are we saying? No one's really like saying, yo, we should go out there and spend the big money on him. But I guarantee you, if you would have hit, I don't know, let's say if he hit, yeah, let's give him the same numbers, 17 goals in the Premier this season and like 8-9 assists in the Premier League, I guarantee you, like, his name would have been like, yo, we need to go and get him. We need to go and get him. We need to go and get him. Similar to, you remember the, not last season, because Gordon didn't have a great season last season, but the season before, I think Gordon was on like 10 goals, 10 assists or something like that in the Premier League. I don't remember what he finished on in the end. But a lot of people are like, yo, we need to go and get Gordon in our team. We need to go and get Gordon in our team. But this season has now ended, and those noise surrounding him has now gone. So instead of us going, yo, let's make sure we go and get Gordon. Let's go. I'm not saying there's people not still speaking about him, but no one's really going, yo, we have to make the Gordon deal happen. It's gone quiet. The reason why it's gone quiet is because he hasn't done great this season. Yeah, he has been injured as well, but he's not been injured for the whole season. He's still played enough games, but he hasn't hit the same level of performances he did the season before. So people now quickly forgotten about him, if that makes sense. Kudus is too versatile. Apparently, versatility is an issue sometimes. It can be. It can be because what happens is you no one knows where to play you. No one knows where to put you within teams. One second. Yeah, nah. When you're too versatile, sometimes no one knows where to kind of put you within the teams, bro, and that's the problem. Yeah, you can play false nine, you can play right, you can play left, but then do you know what I mean? You already got a right winger, you already got left wingers, and then we need a striker. So then where do you end up putting him? Can't put him in the 10 because we've got a 10 now. So where do you put Kudus? Where do you put him? Uh, let's go. Brendan Johnson gets goals, but he still get ball. Rah, man, you dissing Brendan. So Brendan was on some mad score streak this season. Kept scoring. Was it back-to-back games he was scoring in, or was it a Spurs thing where he was scoring in every home game? Would you sell Robbo if we get Lewis Hall? No, still wouldn't. As I said, it's not the fact of trying to get the other player. It's more to keep the experience there. If you go, we'll keep Robbo and then buy Lewis Hall the following season, and then sell Robbo, I'll do that. But I don't want two new fullbacks in the team after we just won the league, and then I don't know. I don't. I think if you change too much, it can be a detriment of your team as well. Still think you still need to keep some of your old guards there to make sure things are ticking over. That's why I was like, we needed to keep Virgil and Salah this season. We had to keep these guys, to be fair, because trying to get another centre back to come in for Virgin and getting a right winger to come in for Mo without him still being there was long. With every passing day, I hate Madrid more. Oh, raw. Who would you want if Diaz goes? I don't want Diaz to go, my bro. If I'm being honest, I want him to stay. And my reason behind that again is I don't see who's out there that's obtainable that can improve the squad or get better numbers. Because as I said, you can still in terms of you can like a profile of a player in terms of your preference and say, oh, maybe Diaz isn't good at what you want him to do, but his numbers are one of the best in the world. Well, I say in Europe because I don't really compare against the other teams like that around the world. But in the major leagues in Europe, he's one of the highest scoring wingers out there in terms of his numbers, in terms of goals and assists across the whole season. So unless you're going to go and get someone else that's going to give you that, then what's the point? What's the point? And then obviously there's better players out there that you can go and get, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get them unless you sell Diaz for some stupid money, like 80, 90 million, and then you could potentially go and get them. But yeah, I'd prefer to keep him, to be fair, bro. First choice between Bradley and Frimpong. I think it would be Bradley. But then again, I think obviously where preseason is going to be a telling factor. I think whoever takes the opportunity in preseason starts. I think it would be Bradley because I feel like he was the guy here first, and we did give him a new contract, a new long-term deal. So I think Bradley will do it, but I think Frimpong will push him. And I was saying that I think both of them will push each other. And that's what I said on the other side. I can deal with the right side having two young fullbacks ready to go at it for that, but I can't deal with it on the left side as well. Still feel like you still need a bit of senior players in there. Imagine both fullbacks, both sides, and we got two young fullbacks on both sides trying to fight it out. Eventually, we're gonna have them playing anyway, but I still would keep Robbo to add that balance within the squad. Frimpong will get more goals and assists. I think Frimpong's a better finisher from what I've seen, assist as well. But I think with Bradley, I think he's got everything. It's just the final ball now. He needs to get better with that final pass. He did get a few assists last season, though, didn't he? Remember the one against Madrid, the little set to McAllister and stuff like that. But I think it's just his final ball he needs to be better at. He's got bags of energy. He's strong, aggressive. He can tackle. He can, you know what I mean? And he can play. He looks very comfortable on the ball as well. I never look at him and go, right, he's a bit shaky on the ball. But now what we haven't seen is him being the main right back. And I feel like now there's going to be different moments where he might hold a bit of criticism going into the season if he makes any mistakes and stuff like that. But yeah, he's now going to be the main fullback, so he's going to have to still going to stand up, and show what he's about. There's no like Trent there now. If you're not working, then Trent will come in. There's nothing like that no more. So you just have to deal with the pressures of it. And what's your midfield free for next season? That's a tough one, bro. I'm still trying to work the logistics in my head in terms of what the gaffer wants. I need to see the preseason, man, because I don't know what he's gonna want, man. Does he want the powerful running of Sobo in there? And Sobo played that Hungary game when he played deep. He played in the double pivot for Hungary the other day. He looked cold in there. But then I don't want to drop Gravenberch out because I feel like he's definitely earned his spot in the team. And then you got McAllister. And McAllister's skill sets you need in the team as well. But then you're getting Florian Wirtz. So you're like, it's a mad headache, bro. But I'm glad I'm not the manager that has to figure it out to kind of keep them all happy. He has to find the right balance, though. Has to find the right balance. But Sobo is crucial to how we played last season. Because you saw when he wasn't in the team, you saw it was mad. You also saw when Gravenberch missed a game, you just saw there was no presence there. You need that. And then McAllister as well, you did see. But to be fair, let me ask you guys this question. When McAllister missed games, like last season, right? When say Jones had to step in for him, did you guys see a massive difference in McAllister missing games, Sobo missing games, or Gravenberch missing? I don't think Graven's missed a lot of games, to be fair. But who did you see the most impact when they've missed a game out of the three? So Gravers, Sobo, and Mac. I'd love to know what you guys think from the games that you guys watched. Because I know in terms of the Premier League, Gravenberch didn't miss many games, but yeah, okay, Sobo. So that's that. Who else on the throw in? Let me know from you guys. Mac, you saw there's a massive difference when he hasn't played. Sobo because his engine nightmare for the Premier League next year. Yeah, probably will be a nightmare for real. Thumb's engine. And geez, midfield playing 10. It's like Bruno Guimaraes aggressive. I don't trust Gravenberch. Right. Gravenberch was one of the key factors of why the Premier League is at Anfield, my broski, man. Are you throwing Gravers? To be fair, I've seen a lot of people like don't. I know G don't. You know what I mean? Every minute you try to ask me about Team G trying to throw out Gravers out the team, bro. And I know you're still listening, G, so yeah, you heard what I said. Not for me because he sets the tempo in the midfield. Because I'm thinking, right, what Florian Wirtz is coming in to kind of do within the team. So if you kind of have an idea what you think he's going to come in and do, then I think that's where you take out the player that does a similar job. Maybe not the exact job, but something similar. That's the one you'd probably take out. That's the one you would take out. but they're all such good players in their own right, you know, in terms of what they offer to the team. Like it's difficult, but they all can't play unless the gaffer goes with three at the back. Maybe. I don't know. Go three at the back and then you could probably put them all in. That's yeah, difficult. Man. Yeah, that's what I do. See, that's who you think is the similar job roles. So then you'd put Florian Wirtz in then. That's who you'd put in if you're saying those are the two in terms of their skill sets. That's the one. What if we play with two number 10s? Nah, I want a striker, my bro. You already know. I think there's gonna be games. I think there's gonna be games for that, the two tens, but I need, I need, I need to see a striker in this team, bro. An actual striker. Said we spoke about Osimhen as well in terms of, you know, he's linked to Liverpool. I don't know how much truth this is, but a player like him will be so dangerous within this team as well, man. And then you asked about the Florian Wirtz. I think it's obviously we're waiting for him to finish his holiday, and if his holiday finishes next week, which is obviously next week is tomorrow, Monday, we start the fresh week. So fingers crossed it's this week coming that he does his medical, and then we can get him in the team. And I can't wait for when this is like done and dusted, and he signed, does his interview and stuff like that. But yeah, it'll be very, very interesting. I think hopefully, fingers crossed, next week is where everything gets accelerated. So in terms of Florian Wirtz and then obviously Kerkez as well, they're both on holiday. And with Bournemouth signing a new left back, that's definitely freed up the the movement for Kerkez to come into our team now. And then we can see the outgoings, and then we can try and sort out Konaté's contract. Because boy, don't want to be losing that brother on a free, man. That'll be mental. Let's see. Trent, we lose these. Losing Trent means we lose all those progressive passes, so Wirtz needs to play in the 10. Yeah, listen, Liverpool, like obviously we used to score goals. We scored goals without Trent. Obviously helped when he was here, but I didn't like the fact that our creativity just came from the fullback. It made sense at the time for me because obviously how good he is. But there's moments when he just kept spamming the pass when he didn't need to spam it. And I feel like now we need to go back to allowing the midfielders to go and do the creative job. I think that's what we need to do. We just need our fullbacks to defend, get crosses into the box, and just keep it ticking, keep it simple. And then give it to your midfielders to go and do that creative stuff and give it to the forwards to go and score the goals. I think we just need to go back to that world again and not say accommodate players in the team like what we did with Trent because we wanted to utilize his skill set, which was dope because he gave us some bad boy assists when he was here. But yeah, I think we need to just go back to letting the midfielders do their jobs now, man. Let them go back and do their jobs. Give it to Florian Wirtz, go and create, bro. Give it to Matt, go and create. Subbo, Gravers, whatever it is, you guys go and do your jobs now. Create, defend, do your jobs. And then let the goal scorers go and do their jobs as well. And then the defenders defend, midfielders midfield, and strikers strike. Keep the likes up, folks. Big up, man. Love, 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 love. Yeah, we're nearly close to that 4K though, man. We're not far off. I think we're like, my maths are right. We're about 160 away from 4K. So we can get that 160. That'll be beautiful. So guys, big up to all the new subscribers to the channel. Big up to all the mods and the members of the channel as well. And obviously the existing guys that's been rocking. And we had the young little 1 subscriber in the building, right? The young 10 and that. So we're good, man. But yeah, guys, I think I'll leave it there. Said I'd be on for an hour. And as I said, man, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Is it still Father's Day? Yeah, still. We've still got an hour to celebrate the dads. That's doing a great job out there around the world, man. So if you're a dad, big up to you, man. But I ain't going to big you up. If you ain't doing your job as a dad, then I'm bigging you up. But if you're doing your job, then big up to you, man. I know it's difficult, man. We never get our flowers at times, bro. Because as I said, I haven't checked like social media today. I haven't checked nothing like that. It just feels like a normal day where Mother's Day feels like the world stops and it's just mad. You know, I'm not jealous, but I am jealous, bro. I feel like we need to get celebrated a bit more because most of us do an amazing job. There's some out there that's I mean, some deadbeat dads out there that ain't doing the stuff they should do, and you guys need to fix up. But overall, man, many of us have kept the world ticking over and looked after our families and stuff like that, man. So keep doing a great job. Whether or not no one tells you, I'll tell you. Big up to ends in the chat. Latest, big up to you, man. Guys, keep smashing the like and leave your thoughts as well. Even the Madrid fan, Sammy in the building as well. Leave your thoughts in the comments after, guys. Let me know what you guys think. You know, if we didn't cover something, let me know what you guys would like to talk about in the next one. We should be back tomorrow around lunchtime UK time. We'll see if there's any update on any further news. If not, I'm sure there's going to be news around Liverpool in terms of transfers and stuff. We'll be back, chop those up as well. And I'm not sure if the Mandem, if Savage or G has any shows. I'm sure they'll let us know and talk to us about that tomorrow as well. I'm sure so. So, guys, if you haven't as well, go and subscribe to my clips channel. I normally throw some clips out there as well. I need to do some more reactions as well, man, because I've been watching. There's a few reaction channels I've been watching, man. I really enjoy watching them. So I need to do some of those reactions as well, because there's some crazy stories out there that I want to cover as well. So I might do that on that channel. So, but in all, guys, go and enjoy the rest of your evening, night, day, or evening, wherever you are around the world. And then, yeah, man, till we see each other tomorrow. Peace, peeps.